Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to play with a bunch of new things. I'm very excited. I recently cashed in 2,000 points on Ulta's website, which if you don't know how their point system works, you gotta save up your points. Wait until you hit 2,000 because that is your best value. Once you hit 2,000, you can still wait, but you don't wanna cash in anything less or anything more because that's just your best value. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but I suggest waiting because you accumulate more money the longer you wait, and then once you reach 2,000, anything after that, it just kind of starts over and you don't necessarily get that value as much. So I got a bunch of new things. I got a couple things from Lime Crime, and I've never tried anything for your eyes from them. So eyeshadows and then also like their little glitter things. So I've only tried their liquid lipsticks, and I've always wanted to try their eyeshadows, and now that they're sold at Ulta, that makes it even easier. And when they came out with this palette, this is the Venus XL2, a lot of people were not a huge fan of it, which first of all, the packaging is just beautiful. It's really pretty. This is a very pretty big, sturdy palette. But people were not super thrilled about it because they have the regular Venus palettes, and there's a Venus 2, and people kind of thought that this was going to be like the larger version of that, or that it would go with it. And they're very different. If you haven't seen it, I can pop a little picture on the screen so you can see what the original Venus looks like. But this one is quite different. I don't necessarily think that they go together. Sorry, this is like so reflective. It's hard to show you, but I thought this was pretty when I saw it come out, but I wasn't like so drawn to it. But then once I started seeing swatches of it, and then I saw it in person at my Ulta, I realized that this is so pretty. It's perfect for spring, which is kind of funny because it did not come out in the springtime. I mean, it's not spring yet. By the time I post this, it might be though, or pretty close to it. This palette to me just is so nice for spring, and this is something that I feel like is very unique to my collection. I don't have any of these type of shades. I mean, yeah, I'm sure some of like the browns and things I can find in my collection, but some of these like green tones in here, I don't have shades like that. And so I loved that. And I thought that this was a great opportunity to try some of their shadows, and it's an expensive palette. And so using my points was a very nice thing. So I'm excited to play with this today. And then I also wanted to try one of their Diamond Dews. So this is like their version of like the Stila glitters. I've heard very good things about these. This one is in the shade Pixie, and it's a beautiful pink and green duochrome. And I thought this would go really nicely with this palette, but I also just really liked the idea of the shade. I just thought that looked so pretty, and it's a good chance for me to try these. So I'm excited to play with that. And then the other thing I got was the Vamp stamp, and I've heard really good things about this as well. So basically, and you know, some of these things, you can buy them in a set or you can buy them like separately. I just bought them separately, but I got the actual Vamp stamp. So this is the thing that you would use. And as you can see here, it has an L and an R. So you have what you would use for your left side. This is the left one, so I'd use this one on this side, and then I'd use this one on this side, and you basically just stamp on the eyeliner, and then you create your wing super easily. And what I've heard, like specifically I heard this from Stephanie Nicole, but also my friend Katie Marie has been using the Vamp stamp and has been loving it. But Stephanie Nicole is the first person I heard talk about this, and she said that she has tried other eyeliners. She's tried like painting it on, you know, with just other eyeliners, and that it works so much better with their ink. So I got their Vink is what they call it, and it comes in this little pot. It has like a little cushion in it. I don't know if you'll be able to see that, but it's sort of in that cushion, which is kind of nice because I think that that will help it disperse the ink more evenly. I don't know, I guess we'll see. I got some of it on my fingers, but that's okay. And the ink actually came with a little eyeliner brush, which is kind of nice because basically once you stamp this on, then you have to kind of finish off, you know, the line. That's sort of how it works. I don't know if I'm gonna use this today. We'll see. I might just go in with like a regular liquid liner to kind of finish off the wing. I don't know how this is going to work. I mean, it may take some practices, so I am gonna try it for the first time today, but if I mess up, we'll we'll keep trying it. I've heard really good things about it, so I'm excited to play with it. So I'll basically be doing my eyes for you today. I will, of course, let you know what's on the rest of my face when I do my face, but I'm just going to kind of skip through that stuff. I will do my eyes first, and then obviously I'll come back and do like the lower lash line with you as well, so that you can see what I do there. When I do my face, I'll just kind of like skip through that part because there's nothing new that I'm trying for my face today. Okay, so I don't totally know what I'm going to do today, but I'm definitely going to be playing with some of these greens. I think I'm gonna have some of these greens on the top, and then I think I might play with some of the pinks on the lower lash line just to sort of have a little bit of both. So I'm gonna just go right into Sage on my crease. I think this color just looks so pretty. That's really nice. And even though the shade Obscure down here is kind of more of like a satin shimmer, I am still gonna use that one a little bit because it just looks so pretty and I need it. And I'm gonna make this even more green. So I'm gonna just take this on my Sigma E36. The one I was using before is the E38. I'm trying to remember to tell you the brushes that I use. I always forget to do that, but so I'm just gonna take that around the top. You may not even see it that much, but I just kind of wanna brighten up the green a little bit. Look at this color. Oh boy, this is the shade Locust. Oh, that is really pretty. I think I'm gonna take, oh God, it's so hard to decide what to use because these are all so pretty. The shimmers are so soft, and then some of these are like toppers. Really stunning. So I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put some glitter glue on my lids, but I think I'm gonna take a greenish shade. I might take Locust on the outer part. I might use Locust because it's a little bit darker. And then I think I'm going to take one of the pinks towards the inner part. I'm gonna take that on my Sonia G Builder Pro brush and see how that does dry. And if we need to wet it, we will, but let's see how it does. Oh, wow. That's definitely like a shifty color too. It's like green and gold. Oh. I'm gonna take Stella, this one right here. Ooh. Wow. Okay, I'm gonna take a little bit more of Sage, that first green that we used, to kind of blend out here. And then I'm gonna take a tiny bit more glitter glue, just like right in the center. And I'm gonna take the shade Crown, which is this one right here. And it's more of a topper shade, so you can see that. And I'm gonna take that right on top. Ooh. Of course, I almost forgot that I wanted to use this, so I think we might use that too, but it's okay. We just wanted to play with a bunch of shades anyway, so let's see. So I want to deepen that outer corner just a little bit. I almost wish there was like a darker green in here, but that's okay. We're gonna make it work. I'm gonna just take this Sigma E45 and a little bit of Classical. And of course you can always pull in other shades, you can, other palettes, whatever, which, you know, maybe I would do in the future, but today I just want to use this. So just kind of want to show you what I can create with just this palette. But if you want to see more looks with this, you know, definitely let me know and I can do that. And that brown is really pretty. It's like got a lot of nice warmth to it. I think it goes really nicely with the color scheme here. Okay, so that's it for right this second. So I'm gonna take a little bit of this. And again, this is the shade Pixie. Let's just swatch it to see what it looks like. Oh, that is really pretty. So it's like a more sheer, I don't know if you'll be able to see that shift that it has because it looks both green and pink. So pretty. And it's definitely not like super opaque, which sometimes I want, but sometimes I kind of like that because then you know, it really can just be like a topper for whatever I'm doing. Let's take a little bit of this. I'm just gonna use the actual applicator and let's see, I'll kind of put it like that. And I'm gonna just take my finger. That's really pretty. That is a beautiful topper. I love that. That's so pretty. That definitely goes well with this palette. I'm gonna need to play with that more with this palette because that's really pretty. And you could totally build it up, I think, but I just wanted to kind of do a light amount and I think that looks really pretty. Okay, now it's time to play with the Vamp stamp. I'm a little bit nervous because first of all, I don't want to mess up this look, but also I would normally do this up close in my mirror, but I kind of want to show you what I'm doing. So we're gonna try. I'm gonna see if I can manage. Maybe, I wonder if I try looking into an actual mirror instead of just my viewfinder, maybe that will help. Let me try the slime crime one. I haven't even peeled off the thing yet. You wanna hear that? That's usually pretty satisfying. We'll try the left side because I think you can see that side better. And I believe you kind of take it, I think you want this bottom part to kind of, the bottom of this, you know, is at the bottom like that, if that makes sense. And so then it's not like hanging below, you know, you don't want to do it like that where that part is like hanging below. Does that make sense? I think that makes sense. You kind of want to make sure that it's all covered. All right, let's give this a try. Oh boy, I'm super nervous about this. I'm sure that this will get easier, you know? Huh. Yeah, I don't think that's quite what I was looking to do, but we'll make it work. It's like higher than I planned. I would have liked to do it more like to the side, but you know, like I said, it's just gonna take some practice, I think. All right. So maybe I'll do both sides and then I'll try and fix them. So I'm gonna try and do the other side over here just so that I don't totally screw up the other side, especially now that I've done this side, but you can see what I did. I do think that there's going to be a learning curve with this, but I mean, it went on really nicely and it doesn't look bad. It's just not the angle that I was thinking. It just will take some practice, but this could be a really cool, quick way to do a wing. So I'm going to do the other side and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I did the other side and I just kind of tried to do it as close to this one as possible. And then I just went in and filled it in and it was really easy to fill it in just with my liquid eyeliner. And I may try and use the actual thing with the brush another time. I did clean up this side a little bit just to like kind of make them a little bit more even. I think that this could be a really great thing. I just think that I need to practice with it. So, you know, I'll definitely come back and let you know how I feel about it. But I think first of all, if I had not done it on camera or tried to like do it on camera for the first time, it would have been better. But also like, you know, again, it's just something that I need to practice to figure out like the right angle. And I think I've been seeing Katie use it a lot on her Instagram especially. And it seems like probably once you get the hang of it, it's just like boom, boom, and then you just film it. And it's like really quick. And I definitely think it would be quicker once I learn how to use it than my regular liquid liner just trying to do a wing because I'm just not good at it. So I think this could be really cool. So I am going to go do the rest of my face and then I will come back. I'll let you know what I put on my face in case you are interested. And then we will just do the lower lash line and that will be basically it. I will see you in a second. All right, so a million years later, obviously it felt like 2 seconds for you, but it took me a while. I did the rest of my face. So just to let you know what I have everywhere else, I contoured a little bit with NYX Taupe, which is in my Project Pan. And then I bronzed all over with the Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer, which I absolutely love. It's such a pretty, like, you know, shimmery, bronzy glow. For blush, I used the Natasha Denona Blush Duo, and this is the number 10, which has the shade 2 and 5 in it. I used both of them. I used this one much more up here, and then this one right in the front there. For highlight, I used this palette from Lancome. 2 of the 3 shades in here, they sell already. So this is, I believe, Sparkling Peach, and this is Shimmering Buff. And then this one is a limited edition shade that only comes in this palette. And this palette is available, by the way, still. I don't know if it will still be by the time I film this, but if it is, I'll link it below. It's such a great value because, again, 2 of these, they sell already. This one's a little bit different. It's still beautiful, but it's a little more like glittery. So just to point that out, but I mixed these 2 shades on my cheeks today. I mostly used this one, Sparkling Peach, but then I put Shimmering Buff like right on the tops and then, you know, on the other parts there. It's a beautiful palette and it's a great way to try their highlighters, which are really, really nice. On my lips, I lined with Milani Spice Lip Liner. And all over my lips, I first went in with the Wet n Wild. This is one of their High Shine liquid cat suits, which are new, which are so, so good. I bought one and then I immediately went back and got another one and I just got 2 more. But they're $5 and you can always get a kind of deal with Wet n Wild at like either CVS or Ulta or whatever. Whenever I've gotten them, I've gotten either money back for CVS or it's been a deal. So I get them for super cheap. They're so nice. They look so beautiful on the lips. It's like a gloss, but really it's more of like almost in between a lipstick and a gloss. They're beautiful. But anyway, I just got the shade Caught You Bare Naked and it was way too light on its own for me. So I went in and put in a little bit of Send Nudes, which I absolutely love. So this one will be a really good, this Caught You Bare Naked. I mean, if you're really fair, then this might be good on its own for you. But for me, this will be a good one to put on if I want to make any of the shades that I got lighter. So really just love these. Highly, highly recommend them. Let's go ahead and finish off the eyes. I think what I'm going to do is buff the shade In Bloom on my lower lash line because that shade just looks so pretty to me. I'm going to take my Sonia G Pencil Pro with that In Bloom shade. Definitely has a little bit of kick up, but that's okay. I'm just going to tap it off since I've already now done my face. Oh, that is a pretty color. That is exactly what I wanted it to be. And I'm bringing it up to that wing a little bit just so that it kind of blends with the top a little bit since we're doing a totally different color on the bottom there. Then I'm going to take a Real Techniques accent brush. I'm going to take the shade Ivy there and I'm going to wet it just because I'm going to be putting it on my lower lash line and I don't want it to fall on my face and I want it to be really nice and intense. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. You can almost like see the pink coming through there. Do you see that? Really pretty. I think that looks very pretty. There's nothing really for the brow bone, so I am going to just take Wet n Wild Brulee just to kind of blend things a little bit up there. Not a big deal. You can totally skip this step if you don't like to do this, but I kind of think that it ties it all together. And I love this Wet n Wild Brulee because I can just pull it in with any palette easily. It's small. If I wanted to travel with, you know, the shade so that I have it, no big deal. And then I, of course, go in and make sure that I blend that out so that it's not a harsh line there. For the inner corner, I think I'm going to try the shade Radiant here, that one. I'm going to see if I need to wet it at all. I don't know if I need to. Oh, it looks like there's a shift to it. Not totally sure, but it looks like it. That's pretty. I don't think I need to wet that at all, actually. It has like a really pretty pink shift to it. That is cool. I like that a lot. I think that I am just going to put a nude on my waterline. I know, really exciting. But I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to take this, I hope they still sell these, the Rimmel Scandalized. I just feel like it'll just brighten everything up. I'm gonna go add some mascara and I will be back in a second to show you the finished look. All right, so this is the completed look. So in case you're wondering, I have the Milk Kush mascara on my top lashes and then I put the, as always, MAC Giga Black Extended Play Extended Play Giga Black lash on my bottom lashes. That's what I always use on my bottom lashes, unless I'm just being lazy, but usually that's what I do. So I really love this look. I'm excited to play more with this palette. I think my first impression is that, I mean, at least all the shadows that I use performed really nicely. I love the tones in here. I just think it's so perfect for spring. It's so unique. I'm excited to just use all of these. I think that it's so pretty, and so far, you know, I mean, they all blended easily. I think that it looks nice. It's a really nice, like, toned down kind of green look. You know, they're definitely muted, more like, you know, some of them are pastel-ish, but they're just kind of like muted. I think that's the right way to put it, even though that sounds a little bit negative, but I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean, at least for me, I feel like this is a nice palette if you want to kind of have soft, toned down pink and green looks. There's a lot going on in this palette. I'm excited to play more with it. So far, you know, a good first experience from Lime Crime. This is definitely an expensive palette, but you get a lot, and you know, if you just save up some rewards points at Ulta, then you can get it for free, like I did. As far as the Diamond Dew, I mean, it looks beautiful. I like the fact that it's not super opaque. You know, I don't often want like a full heavy glitter going on, and this can just add a little bit of a touch of glitter. So I think that's really nice. You know, I don't know how the other colors are, so I can't speak to the opacity of the other ones. But as far as this one, you know, it's definitely more of like a topper glitter, which, you know, it depends on what you're looking for. But for me, I mean, I like to use both, but it's kind of nice to have something that you could just sort of put on as a topper. I think that you could build it up to be a little bit more opaque if you really swiped it on instead of sort of patting it on the way that I did. So far, I'm really excited to have this, and you know, I'll definitely try it with different looks and, you know, and see how it goes, and hopefully it doesn't fall down on my face too. I will say, now that I've opened it, it's not an issue, but at first it was really hard to get this open because you kind of have to like get a grip on it. Now it's not an issue, and it's kind of nice that you can, like, Tara Babies was the one that I heard talking about these initially, and she mentioned how a lot of her Stila ones were drying out, and part of the reason is because you can't twist them past that point, and so they don't like totally close. I mean, I guess they do, but this one you can really squeeze it shut and make sure that it doesn't dry out any faster than you want it to. So again, this is the shade Pixie. If you've tried others of these that you really love, let me know, because I will be definitely on the lookout for other colors. They are pricey, but they're less than the Stila ones, I think. So that's something to keep in mind. And then the Vamp stamp. I am still gonna have to practice this one, so I can't say it's like a favorite yet. I mean, none of these things I can say are favorites because I have to keep trying them, but I'm excited about it. I know I've said excited like a million times, but I am, because this, I feel like, could be the answer to my eyeliner woes. And you know, it's something where, you know, you're not going to necessarily love it the first time you use it, but maybe once you practice it more, you will. I'm just going to have to keep on practicing it. It seems really nice so far. I don't love the way that it turned out, but that's more a user error, I think. So I just kind of need to practice a little bit more with this one. We will see. And I will try this brush at some point. I just didn't want to like really work against myself in this video because, you know, I just don't know with this brush. So I will try this another time and let you know. With all of these things, I will definitely come back and let you know, either in a dedicated video with just this stuff or along with other things. But either way, I will definitely come back and let you know. Don't worry about that. This is just a first impression, so these are not my final thoughts. But I hope you enjoyed joining me today and playing with some new things. It's always fun to play with new things. Of course, always enjoy the things that you already have in your collection. It is not always about the shiny new things, but it's nice to still play with some new things from time to time. If there are any old palettes that you'd like to see me play with soon, you know, definitely put your requests down below. And then of course, if there are any new products that you are curious about, I would love to hear the things that you'd like to see and review some new things for my channel. I certainly want to continue to review new things, but also play with the old ones. So let me know all of your requests down below. If you like this video, please make sure and give it a big thumbs up. That really does help out my channel so much. I post videos every single Monday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time. If you are not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. I would love for you to stick around, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye.